Listen, in a budding relationship, no topic is off limits. It's just my opinion. What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? I am your girl, Talisa Rae, lifestyle coach, and we are reviewing Married at First Sight, Season 11, Episode number 8. Opening up is hard to do. Is it? Is it? If I like you and I want to get to know you, I'm going to open up. I'm going to share. I'm going to be vulnerable. That's the point of it. All these people want to be married, and some of them is having a hard time opening up. Y'all better get y'all life together. So I know this is probably late. I'm having some upload issues. That's how come Married at First, Marrying Millions and Love After Lockup have not been uploaded because I'm having issues. We're going to try them again too. Anyway, let's go. We are going to start off with Karen and Miles. They are the first couple that we start seeing interacting, and I need to get this out the way. I'm going to try and do more of a review style versus recap and review, see if that'll help shorten it up, because I know y'all here for my opinion and what I think. So I thought it was real cute how and thoughtful how Miles had his homeboy Chef John come over and show him or them how to cook seafood pasta. It looked delicious. It had oysters and crab and shrimp in it. I was like, yes, a man after my own heart. All they needed was a little garlic bread and they would have been winning. The Caesar salad looked perfect. And actually, Miss Karen, Miss Prude herself, Miss Rigid, Miss Unwavering, Miss Reserve herself was actually very grateful for this gesture. But the thing is, when she says, I'm still wondering if this is who he is this going to be all the time, it negates that whole, he's thoughtful, this was nice, he was thinking about me, it was sweet. It negates all of that. But is the ball going to drop? Is he going to change? Girl, enjoy the moment. I mean, after the 8 weeks ends, if this isn't what you want, then you get to bow out gracefully. But in the meantime, open up and enjoy it so that you can get the whole experience and see if in fact he is for you. Y'all better get into it. Well, the experts sends everybody questions, right? And so they get the question. Miles like, you open it up because I'm afraid because it's from the experts. Boy, bye. Okay, open up that damn envelope. Okay, show her you know how to take charge and you are the man. Not a man, not the man, but the man, and the one that she wants to be with. Anyway, they open it up, and the first question that everybody seems to have is, how will you know that you are in love, right, with them, right? Karen says that she is going to be, she's going to know because she's going to be confident and she's going to trust their relationship, that she's going to feel safe with him and be able, I guess, to open up and be vulnerable. But they need to have more conversations before they get there. Well, duh, y'all ain't been together but what, 2 weeks or something like that. Like, why would you be loving him right now? I mean, people do fall in love at first sight, right? Okay. She's like, he says, so tell me, what kind of questions? And he says, well, she tells him, tell me about your childhood. And we now know why he's such a nurturer. Because his parents divorced at 9, because he moved around, because of his dad's job. He always felt like he needed to hold things together. We understand now why he is a people pleaser. From going from one house to another, he wanted to make sure that both of them were comfortable and felt loved, when that's not a child's responsibility. And he found that out in college. Like, okay, enough's enough. They should have been reassuring him that he needs to just live his life as a kid. So Karen says, of course, you know, she's really low-key, like, a little negative, because she's all like, well, see, I knew that this is who he was. I don't want him to burn out, and then he changed. Miles is like, this is me, babe. It's only going to get better. This is who I am. I want to be concerned for you. I want to know if you're okay. Like, I don't see a problem with that. Because these dudes is out here not giving zero fucks about how we feel and if we're okay. Honey, they still texting WYD. And this dude is like, how you feeling? Are you comfortable? Is it? And the only reason he's going to get exhausted is because you aren't reciprocating. You aren't providing the information. You aren't opening up. That's how he's going to get tired. I'm just saying, y'all. Let me know if you agree with me down below in the comments, because she did good last week, but this week, She also says it's a turnoff when it's too much too soon, because I feel like it's not going to, that it's going to fizzle out. So they go grocery shopping. It's cute. They having a little, you go grocery shop with your spouse. It's what it is. That's what you do. And he always pushes the cart while she walks around. That's just how it works. I don't know what that's about. I guess that's like carrying the bags. They pick up onions, and Miles is like, Karen has layers. She's like, I got layers. He said, yeah. I don't want to, I'm not affectionate. I'm not emotional. And she's all like, well, I'm wondering why you are so emotional. Why you can open up. Because, of course, for her, masculinity is not equivalent to emotional. Like, they can't be emotional. Says who? And that's the problem. Especially in the Black community, okay? Let's call a spade a spade. When a man knows who he is, who understands who he is, who expresses love, we tend to put him in the friend zone, or he cries, or any kind of emotion. We automatically say he's a friend, or we automatically say he gay. Girl, that ain't so. He's just a good guy that wants you to understand where he is, and he was probably raised by a woman who was all about talking through feelings. How y'all feel about grocery shopping being a date? Because that ended up being like a whole debate when they got home. And I'm all like, everything can be a date. Dates are specifically about not the activity, but getting to know someone. Understanding them, speaking with them. So while you're grocery shopping, you're getting new insights. To me, that's a date. Like he said, I carried the bags, I bought the groceries, we had a conversation, we found out some things about one another. It's a date. Now, I understand if y'all married, how she could be like, it's not a date, but maybe, you got to think about it. Well, maybe they was Brett and Olivia and they have a strict budget. Make grocery shopping fun. I don't know, that's just me, and maybe I'm just too easy, because they married already. If we were dating, I would probably want to go do something. Like, picnics are inexpensive. Go to the grocery store together and then go to a picnic. Y'all, I'm curious. You see where I'm coming from. I'm really proud of Miles for opening up and asking them questions about intimacy, about discussions, having the discussions about intimacy, and wanting to know what it is that she likes. What is it that you want? What is it? What does Karen like? Well, I'm a woman. I have needs. Karen, this is your husband. And maybe you feel some kind of way because it's on the camera. He asking you. But I don't know if it's just me. I like to have those discussions ahead of time so that you understand what works for me and what doesn't. What I want to do and what I don't want to do. Even if he's not necessarily saying at the time, he wasn't necessarily saying, I want to have sex with you. But I want to know when we get to that point, what is it? Well, we're not there yet. Okay, we're not there, but my hope is that we will be. Karen doesn't like him. Karen is not letting him in. It's more than just her being reserved. She feels like his masculinity isn't intact. I guarantee you, he get her in that bedroom, she would change her damn tune and be singing a different song. Be talking about, like Ariel, okay? All in love. And listen, y'all. Her response was, it's just a natural progression of things. Okay. It is a natural progression of things. Chemistry, getting to know each other, a connection, etc. But it is a conversation that should be had. I'm for having the conversation. See, they're married. So I'm for having a conversation early on. But I'm a sexual being. I guess I might feel differently about it. Y'all can judge me. Don't judge me. I don't even care, because that's how I feel. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Henry and Christina. Now, y'all, I was proud of Christina. And her opening up, and Henry actually was showing that he was interested in what she was saying. He was glad to hear that, she has ADD and was off of her medication, and that she's gonna start taking her medication because maybe being off of it has had her a little impulsive, a little excitable, a little impatient, and that he would see a change with her in the future. I was like, come on, Christina, come on, change our perception of you. Right now, Henry still don't like you, though he say he like you. He don't like you. He needs to see the change in you in order. He's real practical. He watching everything. Oh, Henry is glad you shared. And it's like, listen, I know your mama don't want you on medication, but if that's what you think works for you and it helps you, get your ass on the medication. Take that medication. I'm with Henry. I don't know. And she's an adult. I don't know. Because if my children had ADD, would I want them to be on medication? Probably not. I would be probably trying some alternative things. So I don't know, but we see that's not working for Christina. So we need to just keep watching and we will see a change if it's going to happen. We will see it. Henry's a good guy. Henry means well. Henry doesn't want to break anybody's heart. So there's that. Christina asked him after that conversation, do you still want to get to know me? And Henry's like, yeah, I like you. I was like, Henry, don't lie. You don't like things about her. You might like her as a person, think she's a good person, but you don't like certain things and you need to see those change. And so, yeah. Oh, you should have said, yeah, let's just continue working on getting to know one another. Take your medication. Okay? Because I don't like that you're impatient and impulsive. Like, no. Makes you seem rude and materialistic and self-centered, like a narcissist. So they start talking the same questions from the experts. First one being, have you ever been in love before? Christina said, yeah, I was in love. I was in love. I was broken in love, like 5 cents in my account, going to buy soup, and I was in love. She also says, though, she knows that she's the problem, that maybe the change needed to come from her because every relationship she had been in was, seemed to be negative and there were constant arguments, etc. So I see her as growing. That's good. She also says how she understands why they were matched, because he's more, calm and understanding and doesn't get all riled up easily, like he stays even keel all the time. I think that has a lot to do with his disposition and whatever underlying condition that he might have. They go and they play golf. And, I feel like Christina is learning how to communicate with Henry, and that is very important. She can't communicate with him the way she's been because that ain't been working. And so it's really important that she figures it out, and I think that she has. I think she figures, let me start doing the things that he likes and seeing how that affects me, and golf is one of them. And they seem to be, at this moment, gelling, being kind to one another. They go and they take a salsa class, which is out of Henry's element. Golf was all his. Anything like exciting? No. Because even he mentioned that golfing with his dad, that they connect better because that's his thing. So he did something for her and took salsa lessons, which was out of his comfort zone. And I honestly think that he should probably do more of them because it does show his confidence the way it did when he was golfing. The way they dance, it also builds connection and chemistry. It's going to build the intimacy that she so needs. He's going to be more relaxed. It's something about dancing. Me and my husband danced all the time. I love to dance with that man. If I was mad and he danced with me, my whole constitution would change. So I think dancing, of course, is a love language, and not officially. But I think that would be good if they did that. They continued to dance. That whole look up, don't look at the floor causes him to look at her and work on his eye contact. Okay, so let's talk Imani and Woody, who are making great progress so far. It's just been consistent evolution in their relationship. Woody takes Imani for a mani-pedi, and I'm like Imani on this. I used to love going for a mani and pedi with my husband. Sometimes I wanted to go by myself because it was my pamper time, but it was good to go with him. And Woody prides himself on his appearance, baby. So of course I want you to look good because I gotta look at them nails and them feet is chipped. I don't put them toes in my mouth because he looked like he a freak and he be putting toes in his mouth. Y'all don't like that? I like that. I like my feet rubbed, my toes sucked. Like, yes, come on, daddy. She said she's gonna take her hair down. He asked her, well, how you doing it? Oh, I'm gonna cut it off. That was because of all that shit before. You know she ain't cutting her hair off. But like I told y'all, I knew he had an affinity for long hair. And that's the thing. I think that's the thing for a lot of black men. They have affinity for natural hair and for long hair. Like I told y'all, I don't know. My husband has to be open to all the changes that I make. Because you see, it's short right now. And I'm actually going to cut it. I've made my mind up. I'm cutting my hair. So they start asking the questions that the experts sent over. And have you ever been in love before is one of the questions. Woody said he had been in love twice. And she asked, how do you know? And he said, when she's on my mind all the time, when I want to be around her, when I'm thinking of her, when he has her on the brain and wants to do nice things for her, you know. And he was like, you know, and she was like, well, you know, you're doing that for me right now. You know, you've been there. Sounds like you talking about me. Like, he was like, I got love for you. You know what? You're my wife. I love my wife. I got love for you. She said, well, which is it? I love you and I have love for you. Now, when she begins to talk, she says, you know, wait, first she gets all excited. My husband loves me. Listen, I'm going to just tell y'all there are varying degrees of love. I love ice cream. I love my children. I love to eat. I love to dance. I love to sing, though I can't. It's a difference. There are varying degrees of love. In addition, being in love is different than just loving someone. I love you and as a friend, and I don't want anything to happen to you. Like, I would be devastated if something happened. That's a form of love. That's not me saying I'm in love. And that's what I heard from Woody. But Imani heard in love because she told him, you know, she's been in love before. 2 times before, and each time that she had been hurt. And so she says, I could see myself falling in love with you. Because I can't say that I am. And I'm stopping myself because of my past experiences. Bag lady, you gon' hurt your back and miss a good man. If that's what he is. And so far, I know some of y'all don't like him. I know some of y'all waiting on him because he seemed like a player. But sometimes players change. They want to be loved too. Like, and I really feel like if he was one way before, right now, this relationship with Imani has opened him up to something different. He actually tells the producers in the diary cam, like, listen, it hurts. It sucks. Like, it sucks to know that she's not giving me her all because of something in the past. And you know, ladies, I'm going to be honest. That could stop him from opening up. That could shut him down because you aren't feeling the same way or reciprocating and he's putting all this stuff out. You might really dig him, but you scared. You tell him or you start acting like that, baby, let me tell you, he gonna cut that shit off and be like, you know what? Now I don't want it. Then now, you know, she been playing with my emotions. Y'all know what y'all do know I know what I'm talking about, right? It could shut them down and turn them completely off. So don't be holding people responsible for past heartbreaks, indiscretions, all kind of shit. Don't do that. This marriage holds its own on its own. This marriage should be carried on its own merit. This relationship. So I'm gonna put in here Olivia and Imani. They go for a walk at the swamp place. Child, talking about look at the beautiful crocodiles, alligators. Them is different. So the alligators, and I was like, yeah, no. Why is you talking about, oh, you're so cute, I just want to pet him. No, ma'am, no, sir, no, thank you. I won't be petting nothing that looks like, sounds like, feels like an alligator. They talk about their relationships. And, you know, Imani says that Woody is always upbeat, always on 10 when I'm only like that with my friends. But he's like that all the time. And it's kind of good for her. And then it's pulling her out of her shell, you know. And Olivia's like, and she says, I get butterflies whenever I'm getting ready to be with him and be near him. Olivia's like, yeah, no, I get a little bit of butterflies. Is that what she said? Oh no, I don't get no butterflies. And he doesn't talk, and he's like kind of sarcastic. I'm kind of like trying to sum that thing up a little bit. Imani shares with her that Woody says every time Brett speaks, it sounds like he's giving politician answers. or he's answering as a politician. When they like did the recaps of him talking, I was like, yeah, they're very diplomatic, very well thought out answers, as if he is running for husband. All I wrote was that Imani has her head on straight. Like, there's some things that she could, you know, use some tweaking on, but for the most part, her communication skills are off the chart. Like, I love the way she communicates and expresses herself. I also like that Imani decided, let me do something nice for him, because he's been doing so much. He did the romantic room at the hotel. He made me breakfast or brunch. You know, he took me for my pedicure. This is all like in a matter of 2 weeks. Let me at least make him dinner. This is the first time you making dinner, girl. Y'all been in this house for a week and it's the first time. Good for you. Good for you, because I don't have nothing to say about the sharing of duties, of household chores and duties, and making food is one of them. Wanted to reciprocate his kindness. She in her diary cam, or whenever she's talking to the producers, is all like, my husband is in love with me. I'm all like, Imani, he didn't say he was in love with you. He said he loved you. There's a difference, babe. So I wrote down that Woody's love language is acts of service, because he said, you're showing me right now that you love me. So he, as long as she does things for him, he's going to always interpret that as her loving him. Yep. Okay, let's talk Amelia and Bennett. Okay, Bennett with his Pepe Le Pew mustache. Like, cut that off. Like, what? It don't bother Amelia, honey. So Bennett was sick. I think he had corona. Because remember, this is before this is before it was widespread, or, you know, became a pandemic. That's the right verbiage. I believe he might have had corona. He had the dream about the masks. He was hella sick. He was coughing and shit, like had a high fever. He probably had corona. But she did her wifely duties, as she would say, and went and got him some ginger. That ginger lemon honey tea is good for any kind of sickness. Like, I haven't done it in a while, but I drink ginger lemon cayenne every morning, so I need to get back to that. And I think that has helped me and my family stay healthy during this time. So when he started feeling better, there was a level of intimacy when they were talking, is what he said. And they went ahead and crossed that bridge, okay? They consummated the wedding, and they're very satisfied with one another. Amelia's so cute. I don't like talking about sex. Okay, girl. I would have been like, yeah, he got a piece of this goodness and mercy, honey. Sunshine is what they call me. Red sunshine. Yeah. Come on, y'all. Get with it. Understand it. I like their communication as it relates to the questions about love from the experts. How will you know when you're in love? She said, it'll be joy, romance, attraction, yeah, compatibility and connection all intertwined. I liked it. Bennett says I'll be at ease and it will be passionate. See, because he was like, I would like to feel. He didn't say what he would know it would feel like, but this is what I want it to feel like. I would like it to feel at ease. I would like it to be passionate. I would like it to be comfortable with communication and all of these things being reciprocated. She asked him, how do you feel about love at first sight? And I want to ask you that as well. Do you feel like that's a thing? Can you be in love with someone at first sight? And what does that really mean to you? Like, that doesn't mean I look at you and I'm in love, or does it? Or does that mean I look at you, we sit down, we converse, that's our first conversation, and it goes on and on and on and on, and I feel this feeling of love towards you, and I just love your being who you are right in front of me. I'm asking y'all. Let me know down below in the comments. He said, I believe in it. You know, Bennett has no problem. I think that she believes in it too. And that it has happened to him is what he says. So the friend Ann, they wake up in the morning and Ann is on the couch. I was like, oh, wait, huh? What happened? Ann is on the couch. She was there actually helping Amelia prepare something special for Bennett. They made a little cake replica of his face with some cotton candy on it. She was taking him slacklining. First gift was a paper bag that had a matching outfit so that they could, you know, the parachute pants and the tank top. Child, is that a thing? Is that what you wear when you slackline? So when they were doing it, I thought, oh, that takes a lot of core strength. You have to have great core strength when you slackline, okay? And Bennett's is not that strong, but it's getting there because he got up there. I don't think I could get up there. She covers his face and does a cute little picnic, and I just thought, oh, this is just adorable. I love a good picnic. She put some thought into it, made him a cake. They ate sushi, or was that the night before? I don't know what they ate this day. But I thought this was adorable. He said, I heard someone say I wouldn't trade him for the world. And they had a discussion about what that meant. I just really like that they have like realistic conversations. Like I wouldn't trade you for the world. When they piss you off, you would trade them for a piece of cake. When you're not happy with them, when things don't work out, you trade them. And I like that he was practical. And I know some people are probably going to be upset at Bennett for saying, yeah, no, I would trade you. She would trade him too, and she wasn't offended. She laughed it off because she knows that she's amazing. And dude, bruh, when you love me, you won't want to get rid of me. You're going to want me forever, ever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. Now, I like that Bennett is like, okay, so we need to talk about chores because the bathroom is getting gross. Who's gonna clean the bathroom? Let's go ahead and think about that. And they're gonna have a draft, which I thought was cute because they're gonna share roles and responsibilities in the house. And I'm glad that he's all like, the bathroom is nasty. We need to figure it out. But he don't give a damn about having only 2 pairs of socks. Can you not go home and get socks? I want you to go buy socks. It's important to go buy socks. It's important that she could have probably brought him some socks. Nice gift. Make him funky socks because he's funky. You know the ones with all the characters and stuff. That's what I mean when I say funky. Okay, so Olivia and Brett are our final couple. And baby, we are in trouble. Their relationship is doomed. They are not going to make it. Because they get the questions from the experts. And Brett, though he feels like he finds humor in everything, sometimes we need serious answers. There's a time and a place for everything, a time and a season for everything. And right now I'm asking serious questions and I want a serious answer, but you want to keep avoiding it, which means, number 1, you may not like me. Number 2, you don't understand social confines and conversations. You're a little socially awkward, and this is probably why you've been on 40-something dates, because you don't communicate your feelings. You give your thoughts, you give some opinions, but you don't share emotional things that solidify and connect people. In a relationship, you're vulnerable and you open up. When she first asked the question, it was silence. Crickets should have been played because he ain't say nothing. He then says, Olivia says, it's a feeling. Let me tell y'all, let me ask y'all, how do you know when you're in love? I think I asked you that before. I want to ask you again, because for me, it's a combination of things. And one of the biggest things is, if I'm annoyed with you and irritated with you, I still want you around. But I want you in another room. But I don't want you to leave. I want you here, because if I'm annoyed and I'm irritated with you, I want you to get away and stay away. I don't want to talk about nothing. I don't want to revisit it. I'm not in love with you. I am low-key a hopeless romantic also, just in case y'all didn't know. Oh, he says it creeps up on you. Why did I write silence creeps up on you? It was silence, and then he says it creeps up on you. I really don't think either of them know themselves very well, so they can't articulate what love is, because what love is going to look different to different people. We aren't going to have the same definition of love and how we receive it, etc. How do you actively fall in love is what she said. Or actively, yeah, that's the word. Wear sexy underwear and do dances and BMX biking. I would have been irritated as fuck. And at this point, I know I would have shut down. She keep trying because she wants to be married and think that they had her best interest in mind. Olivia, they set you up for failure. I wrote down, Olivia is irritated by his responses, and so am I. Then they have this big, huge, debate about how the small things accumulate, and that's how you know, and then the big thing. Like, I was just like, y'all not balanced, and this isn't even worth me paying attention, because I just wrote small things, big things, child, it's over. I promise to God, that is what's on this scribble scrabble I call notes. So after speaking to Imani, Olivia says, you know what, we're gonna go on a little date. And they go on the Cajun Swamp Tour, which is a little cheesy, but it's not about, like I said, it's not about the activity. It's the getting to know one another. It's the connection. It's the closeness. It's all of that. And at the start of it, Brett was like very negative, very sarcastic, very annoying, just very all things to the left, everything you own in the box to the left. Like, that's how annoyed I was with him. However, it changed when it became hands-on, and Dave was his name, I don't know, the tour guide, started having live things like the live crocodile, the whole baby crocodile, and the bullfrog. He then became interested in what was happening, and it wasn't a lame date. What the fuck? Like, you ain't paid for this date. I bet he didn't. And I just wanted to know what's considered a good date for him. So picnics in the park, that would be lame, I think, for him. Walks on the beach, lame for him. Like, what's a good date? Probably throwing back drinks in a bar. Halfway through it, you know, he was like, he wanted to end the date. You know, I was like, can we go back now? I was like, this ain't working. But I was glad to see him turn around and have like another look or a different perspective. That made me happy a little bit. But they not gonna work. So let's go through that real quick. Henry and Christina is a no for me. Olivia and Brett is a no for me. Karen and Miles is now a no for me. Yeses are Imani and Woody and Amelia and Bennett. Like, everybody else is going in the wrong direction for me to now be like, yes. Like, I was on the fence with maybe with Karen and Miles. I was hopeful because I feel like she deserves to be loved in the way that she wants to be, and it seems like he is fitting the bill, but she can't see it. And because of her blockage and her perception of masculinity and her unwillingness to open up and share, it's a no. So yeah, there's that. Y'all, let me know what you think down below in the comments. I am your girl, Talisa Rae. Thank you so much for watching my review of Married at First Sight, Season 11, Episode 8. If it's your first time visiting my channel, click the subscribe button and become a ray of sunshine. Yes, honey. Sunshine. Next to it, that's the notification bell. Click it, click all, so you're alerted of all the videos I upload. And then give me a thumbs up because you like me and I know it's real. Honestly, there's one other thing you can do for me. Share the video with people who love Married at First Sight as much as you do. Share. Also, browse my catalog. Look at some other videos. You'd be surprised about the things that I do. You might actually like them. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll catch you on the next review.